Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Pixel Plays Fire Emblem Three Houses. Picking up straight from where we left off last time, with exploring our new job in Monastery on the second day. I think it's the 4th or 5th calendar-wise, but the second day of work. Meeting up with my folks, doing some side quests, and just kind of seeing what the place has. We'll continue from there. I just got done exploring upstairs, kind of meeting everyone, talking to my dad. I'm gonna check this little blank hallway over here, see what's in the corner before we head on back.
Hey, you.
I feel like I'm getting a better handle on the... I can talk. It's morning. I feel like I'm getting a better handle on the camera. That's kind of a weird feeling considering how jerky it felt yesterday, but... Alright.
Well, I think.
Good old Eloise. Still seems kind of weird that you click a button versus just, hitting the door, but... I see no real flaws on that, just funny.
Hi, Professor. Have you gotten around to visiting the library yet? It's absolutely loaded with valuable information. I only wish I wasn't burdened with the necessity of sleep, so I could spend all my hours there.
Not sure why she just repeats herself, but okay. Sorry, what you said there? Well, that's kind of cool. So we have a map that does tell you where everyone is. That's cool, and I think it's showing me who I haven't spoken to yet, so that's kind of a nice little touch. Okay, so that's just the bulletin board.
Listen. Let me tell you the provenance of our class name. The eagle. That refers to the twin-headed eagle on the Adrestian Empire's coat of arms.
Verb.
And black is the traditional color of the Empire's armor, hence black eagles.
Simple and to the point.
Professor.
Kind of curious on the helmets. They seem like they're a little overly sized and clunky and meant to be top heavy. And that just seems like it's asking for problems. And who are you?
I care nothing of friendship.
I care nothing. You sound like a yes.
If you have no business here, leave.
Oh, aren't you special?
Hi.
Listen to this.
Hey, Casper.
Wow, Yuritsa sure seems strong. I kind of thought he was going to be the new professor assigned to our class. After that teacher ran away during our outdoor training, I figured Yuritsa was a natural replacement.
Am I just waiting for this teacher to show up and be a bad guy or be important or...
I was surprised when you were suddenly appointed professor instead.
It's any consolation, I was surprised too. I think everyone was surprised. Don't mind me, folks. Just moving the camera a little closer. See if I can't get a little bit more of a pickup here and no sound from the TV. Let me know if that sounds a little wonky there, but hopefully it's good.
I don't think I could hold my own against Yuritsa in battle. I could probably take you, though. You really think so? With enough training, I'm sure I'll beat you someday.
What is everyone's obsession with fighting me?
Dimitri and Claude are the leaders of the other two houses. Do not underestimate them. When we take the field, it would be best not to engage the both of them at once.
Charge right into the middle and take them both. Gotcha.
Some believe the dignity of the Empire rests on the results of the mock battle. That's an overstatement, of course.
Which means you believe it, and you're trying to push me without seeming insane.
Still, we must do our best to prevail. You should take the time to learn each student's abilities. Perhaps some extra lessons and training sessions are in order? You look as if you have no idea what's going on here. I know my way around, so I'm happy to help you find your footing.
Okay, if you can tell me about stuff, let's read through it
The
real quick.
monastery has some exceptional facilities that everyone who lives at the Officers' Academy is welcome to make use of. For example, you can enjoy a meal with your students at the dining hall, or take part in some one-on-one sparring at the training grounds. I suggest visiting the various facilities whenever.
Just currently figuring that out.
Have you noticed the bulletin boards? Those contain requests people have posted, as well as help if you prove yourself by helping people with their requests. Certain facilities, the bulletin board is updated frequently, so I suggest.
Okay.
You should take your time when speaking with everyone, but when it comes to using the facilities, well, you need to be more careful about that. If you use them without planning ahead, your free time will be gone before you know it. A great
You're
deal
just doing
is
that now.
expected from professors of the Officers' Academy, so it's important to hone your skills. To put it plainly, you'll need to keep expanding your knowledge of all disciplines, not just battle.
Oh, and I am at 0. That's great. It's good that they explained that meter before I, jumped on the do this, do that thing.
So,
Alright, and I've looped back around. So, I guess I've pretty much talked to everyone. But I haven't spoken to Lindhart over here, or a bunch of people over there. So, let's... And then we got... okay, so we have a ways to go. Let's start off with talking into whoever's over in here.
these are the students' quarters. Commoner, as a rule,
So this
speaking
guy we
of...
spoke to yesterday.
Okay.
Yes.
And we spoke to Dimitri and Didu,
Okay.
Hilda and Claude. I kind of wish they hadn't, given us 3 quests with not enough points for the first day. Be nice if they could have actually let us explore everything, but I'm not going to call that a big deal, just something to observe.
This is the Golden Deer House. You're in charge of a different class, right? Too bad we won't see more of each other. I'm happy to learn from you if the opportunity comes up.
Now, I vaguely understand is that...
Our house is that of the Golden Deer. Do you know the significance of that name, Professor?
I'm sure you'll tell me. From what I understand, there's a possibility to recruit other people, and so I'm just trying to make sure we talk to everyone,
Golden
keep
deer
our
are
options
sacred
open.
creatures, said to have protected Leicester since time immemorial. All 3 of the houses have a meaning behind their name. You should feel free to ask around if that sort of knowledge interests you.
Hi, Professor. How are you doing? If you're not busy, would you like to join me on a little trip into town? If I'm cooped up in this dusty old monastery for too long, it drives me absolutely crazy. Hi,
Professor. If I'm
Now, do I get an option to do that, or?
Before I came to the Officers Academy, I attended a school of magic in the Kingdom Capital. That's where I met Annie. That's what I call Annette. Oh, I guess Lawrence was at the School of Magic too. But Annie was always just so nice to me, even though I was older. She's my best friend in the world.
The Blue Lion House derived its name from the honorary title of the first king of Fargus. Lug, the king of lions, wore brilliantly blue garments. His chivalric exploits are recorded in multiple legends. The library holds various historical accounts regarding him and the Blue Lions.
Sounds good.
If you find time, you should read them. They're filled with insights.
Listen, let me tell you the provenance of our class name. The eagle. That and blood.
Alright, who do we have that we haven't spoken to? Spoken to everyone upstairs. We have Lindhart. Ash and Cyril we need to speak to. And I'm sorry to do this to you guys, but since there is a specific statement of there's experience and blah 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 blah, I'm gonna go check on those books. Let's see, originally I was going to bypass them and come back another time, but they kind of made a big deal about how, oh, there's all kinds of stuff here and it raises your professor level, so.
Really?
Yes, really, I guess. You guys told me, so. So I walk into a wall. Dooba-dooba-doo. Alright, let's see what we got. The Imperial Year 721, the First Mach War. The Dagdan army invaded from across the sea. Though the Imperial forces resisted the attack and drove off the enemy, the land of Mach sustained considerable damage. That's weird, because we're calling it the Dagda army. And if I'm right about the part of this being Ireland, then this is almost saying a reference to the... This is all the way back to like the Tuatha coming to Ireland from the first settlers. Imperial Year 728. The Empire invaded the Brigid Archipelago, a land occupied by allies of the Dagda. Okay, that's kind of what I'm getting off Petra. As penance for their refusal to surrender, the people of Brigid were relegated to life of imperial subjugation. So because they did not surrender, they were forced to surrender. 731, Invasion of Dagda. With the boon of a strong foothold in Brigid, the Empire mounted a large-scale invasion of Dagda. However, the fortunes of war were not on their side, and the attack failed. 747, the Fargus Rebellion. Lug, a descendant of one of the houses that first quarreled with the Empire, raised an army to demand independence, pulling the land of Fargus into a fierce rebellion. This land clash came what we know as the War of the Eagle and the Lion. So that's interesting. I originally was kind of saying Fargus felt like Ireland, but this almost sounds like Robert the Bruce right after William Wallace died, so that's interesting. We are definitely drawing on English history here. That's kind of a weird little thing to do, but pardon me, I'm not complaining. 751 was the founding of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Lug and his resistance army were victorious over the Imperial forces, and the Holy Church of Saros mediated between the two. I'm pretty sure England just beat the Scots, but it would have been nice to see if, like, maybe their independence came about. Or maybe we're blending Ireland and Scotland. So we have a little bit of Robert the Bruce, but what if he won type thing. 801 was the Leicester Rebellion. A rebellion broke out in the Imperial land of Leicester, which the Imperial Army was unable to suppress. Wow, the Imperial Army seems kind of garbage. The Holy Kingdom, viewing the uprising as an opportunity to increase its own political sway, occupied the Leicester region, formally declaring it the territory of Fargus. Okay, so the Empire lost land, but Fargus just grabbed it. 861, following the death of King Klaus, 3 princes became Archduke and split the kingdom. So we have... Okay, so obviously this doesn't work out, but the map has Leicester, Fargus, and the Empire. Crescent Moon War, 881. The Archduke ruling over the Leicester region of the kingdom succumbed to illness. The lords of the lands refused to acknowledge the next Archduke in line. And it became the Alliance, alright. The Alliance was officially formed after the subjugation of the hostile nobles and removal of all opposing forces in the region. Duke Regan was the first. I apologize for the yawns, folks. Got enough sleep, just kind of morning and still waking up. The Almiran invasion. Great eastern nation of Almira crossed through Fodlan's throat and invaded Alliance territory. The Empire dispatched troops in order to help conquer this threat. To defend against future Almiran invasions, the Alliance, the Kingdom, and the Empire joined their efforts and resources to construct an indomitable fort known as Fodlan's Locket. Wait, did I accidentally read number 2? I did. So before all that, there was a long period of suffering by the vile Nemesis, who proclaimed himself King of Liberation. Rather than rebel against him, they just kind of became more like him. I mean, sadly it happens. 41 years before the founding of the Empire, Saint Seros appeared in the land of Enbar. Performed a lot of miracles, spread light across the land, and formed the church. Alright. The Empire was founded, its name gifted by an oracle, and its future blessed by the goddess. And its capital, Enbar, was chosen to govern the southern reaches of Fodlan. '32, the War Heroes. Wilhelm Paul Rusvig, I'm sure I'm butchering that. The initial emperor raised an army in pursuit of the unification of Fodlan. With his might, he hunted and destroyed the blah 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 blah. 46, the Battle of Gronder. Intense battle where the houses that were allied with Nemesis and the Imperial forces of the Industrial Empire clashed. Alright, so this is the battle we saw in the first opening cutscene. Year 91, the Battle of Teltian. The houses that were allied with Nemesis once again faced off against the Imperial forces at the Teltian Plains. There the evil Nemesis finally fell, and the Empire secured a momentous victory. Okay, so that's the scene we saw at the beginning, where Seros, who was the Wonder Woman type chick we were joking about, knifed the guy with Zabimaru. 98, War of Heroes ends. The successful successor of great Emperor Wilhelm, Lyceum, succumbed to sudden illness. The Empire, which ruled over the majority of Fodlan, took this opportunity to put an end to the seemingly endless fighting. Alright.
Say now.
You register prominent noble houses. So it's just going to be, okay, House Blade. Alright, so I believe House Blade is Dimitri. Fidelius. Gaudier. Sharon. Galatea. Roe. Kleiman. You guys can pause if you want to read those, but... Now the Alliance ones, we have House Regnan. I believe that is Cloud. House Goneril. House Sordelia. House Gloucester. Yeah, no English. English influence there, huh? House Edmund. And House Daphnel. House Girth. Okay, so we have 2 for the nobles. Or for the Imperial nobles. That's interesting. I guess just more to say, or is it that we sadly wrote more about them? House Girth, House Arundel, House Hroom. I'm assuming we're going with Welsh pronunciations here, and the Y is kind of an ooh sound. House Nouvelle, House Acre, House Bartels. Imperial nobles run. House Trolsvig is definitely the Empire, so that's Edelgard. House Ager. House Vestra. House Hevering. House Berglis. House Varley.
Could I trouble you?
That's so.
Okay, that's where this starting with the feather, right? Various little rules: dare not doubt or deny the power. Okay, so don't doubt the god. Don't speak their name in vain. Don't disrespect. Okay, so this is like the 10 Commandments. Affect father, mother, or any who serve the goddess. Do not abuse the power gifted to you by the goddess. Do not kill, harm, lie, or steal unless such acts are committed by the will of the goddess. Yes, because that's not vague and weirdly self-justifiable. The goddess cares for and protects all that is beautiful in this world. The goddess will never deny the splendors of love, affection, and joy, peace, faith, kindness, temperance, modesty, or patience. Follow her example. Yeah.
Hey there.
The creation. In the beginning, amid the great cloudless ocean, Fodlan came to be. Yeah. So standard kind of Genesis storyline. Okay, certain people go wield mystical weapons. I don't know if that's the crest themselves or if we're going to have relics. I mean, we know from the cover art, Zabimaru ends up with your main character here, but I don't know if there'll be other weapons. Yeah, because we have Fire Emblem Awakening, only had the falchion. On the other hand, you know, like, Fates had everyone and their mother had, you know, there's only 5, but still there was 5 holy weapons. Deity sees everything. Saros is her avatar. She does lots of good stuff. Okay, so it's kind of standard prophecy stuff. And it looks like we only have 2 more books to read. That's good. Elmira. So I'm wondering if this is kind of France. Albania, which is weird because if this is England, I wonder why we're calling another place Albany. Unless Albany's maybe supposed to be referencing to like New Albany and over in the States. Oh, it almost looks like Iceland. Or Greenland, rather. Morphus. It's a magical metropolis. This is Italy. Dagda is southwest of this. Okay, so Dagda, I guess, is Spain in this case. I mean, that's almost a hiccup, but then again, you know, Dagda would be the people the Legions conquered if they came from Spain, so I can see the switch up there. Brigid, where Petra's from, Sreng. Okay. Dusker. And the Ogma Mountains. Okay, so the Ogma Mountains is where we are. As, quote, neutral ground. Alright, are you needing to talk to me again, dude, or are you just...
Professor, I hear you are lacking in knowledge of the Church of Cerberus.
I think this is what he said last time?
The library contains countless documents about the teaching and the history of the Church. I encourage you to make good use of them.
Yeah, that's what he said. Alright. Well, I read everything. It did not seem to affect my professor level, but that's okay.
Well...
I think.
I love the haunted doors. They just mysteriously pull out. I do have to say, I'll be curious what the real gameplay on this is. I know that the
Here's an idea.
Professor?
one of the creators quoted like 60 to 80 hours per path, but I'm also seeing a lot of stuff I'm using just running around.
Hello, Professor. You haven't seen a man with hair the same color as mine.
Okay, I thought I had seen that actually.
Indeed.
Who are we talking
Hello,
to again,
Professor.
Annette?
You haven't seen...
Apparently we're looking for either a Gilbert or a Baron Dominic. I'm trying to remember if that's someone we already knew. Yep, not really seeing anything, but I guess I'll keep my eye out for this Dominic person, but I don't remember seeing anyone like that. I also don't know why I'm assuming the name Dominic, considering it could be any number of people. But
Listen. Hey.
let's see. Roaming through all the weird stuff. Yep, already spoke to you. And you. Okay, and I don't have points, so I can't dine again, I don't think, right? Yeah, I don't have enough activity points to share a meal. And I'm pretty sure I also don't have enough activity points to fish. Oh, I can just keep fishing. Alright. Well, we'll try fishing once more. We got a bite. I am slightly off this morning. Aw. Alright, we'll try it once more, see if my focus can be a little bit better. There we go. I got a pike. No, that's good. I just wanted to see if it'll let me do a little bit more. So there's Lindhart. I know I haven't spoken to him.
The Great Tree Moon is the best time of the year for naps. I could just forget all about my assignment.
I wonder if I was supposed to be nicer to him to...
Let's see. I'm a little busy. I really can't right now. I got a lot of things to do. Work and stuff like that. Why don't you look at the flowers in the greenhouse instead? They're pretty.
Okay, you have name and options. So who are you? Yes. Oops. I do not want to get stuck. I am sorry. This actually looks like a decent little job they're doing in the garden.
Oh, did you come to look at the plants too? The greenhouse here is really incredible. There are so many rare flowers I'd never seen back home, and herbs I never even knew existed. My adoptive father is the real expert. He taught me everything I know about herbs, including how to tell them apart and how to make medicines. You should try looking around the greenhouse
Recruit you
sometime
to
if
our
the need
team.
strikes you. Maybe something will catch your eye.
No healer for the bad guys. Okay. By gardening, you can handle blah blah blah. Okay. So I guess we want to plant. I guess this is the only thing we have, so. Okay. You know, it's the first thing, so I'm gonna go with this because.
My thanks.
Now. Oh no, so I only get. Okay, that's fine. That makes sense. Alright, so in a week I can check back. And I do believe I've spoken to everyone now. Let me see. Anyone have a little... Okay, and I don't have training halls. I feel brilliant. So I just now looked up and noticed that there's all this extra area blacked out on the map that will clearly, you know, become relevant later on. That's cool. Alright. So I think we're done now. I'm going to go ahead and hit L. It's Ferdinand's birthday! Yeah, I guess we'll do...
Much appreciated.
Flowers for him. And now we have a mission. So parts of this feel clunky, but I'm actually kind of liking the way we have this monastery calendar. It seems weird that we don't have slightly more action points, although it could just be that they were trying to just give us enough for the one thing. But I do kind of like that we get this nice little school and side stuff to do. I am curious if this means that we're not going to have like a world map again, because that was one of the things we didn't like in Fates, was that there was no real wandering the world that Awakening gave us. But we'll just have to see, because it also, you know, we're a teacher at a school. We wouldn't necessarily be going anywhere, so maybe a map opens up later on. Mission, Rivalry of Houses. Formerly a promising young mercenary, you are now the newest professor at the prestigious Officers Academy. Students and faculty alike look to you with curiosity as you engage in a mock battle between the school's three houses. Yep, I learned that yesterday.
It's finally time for the mock battle.
If you hear weird sounds, my cat is whining that I'm not letting him out. Will he lay it back down, or does he need out? He's discovered there's food in here. We're good.
This is my chance to measure your worth as an instructor. Do you think you can rise to the challenge?
Didn't I save your life?
So confident. This will be interesting. Each of us has undergone strict training. We're prepared for anything that comes our way. That means there's no need to hold back. Show us what you're capable of.
Hey there. Did we miss our invite to this strategy meeting? No, no worries. We'll just join in now.
That's for you guys.
Simply tell me your weaknesses and you're welcome to stay. But is there enough time to cover them all?
Ah, so you can't win unless you know my weakness. Poor princess. You really should believe in yourself more.
I spare no effort when pursuing victory. As a master of schemes, I should think you would understand.
Schemes? Me? I have no idea what you're talking about. I plan to fight fair and square as ever.
So I kind of thought going into this game, before it came out, that maybe these people were all friends and it was going to be some horrible thing and they get torn apart, but they already seem to not like each other, so it might be just a case of neighboring countries or neighboring countries.
Hearing the words fair and square from Claude can only be a bad omen.
Your Highnesses haven't known me for very long, but you already have me figured out, don't you?
No need to poke fun. I will fight with honor. That said, I will fight to win.
Won't everyone?
Yes, and the same is true of us. Right, Professor?
If that is how you feel, then I will not hold back.
Oh, how precious. Looks like you and the students have become fast friends.
While I am pleased that you are taking the initiative to acquaint yourself with the students, I'm afraid it's about time for the faculty strategy meeting.
Curious if we're going to know which of them was over which house, or if it's just assumed, because it doesn't matter.
Time flies. In that case, I'll see you later.
Edelgard, Professor, be careful out there.
Dimitri seems genuinely nice. That's a nice touch. And we'll see how this goes next time on Pixel Plays Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Take it easy.